And I'm Donna. I'm her mother.
I'm her daughter, and we're seriously M&D.
Yes, we are. And we have a very light video today because we have been talking about some things that maybe have been a little heavy in the past. And this is my idea of this video. And so I'm going to run with it. So we, it's kind of silly, but we love Diet Coke. And we know it's bad. We know soda's bad, but we know diet soda with aspartame is bad. But here we are with our dollar drinks from Mickey D's. And look at Melissa. She has a small, I have a medium. Cheers.
They were the same price.
Of course, $1. Now, I always get the large, but I never drink. I think I drink about 4.
I have to interrupt you really quick.
Oh, my Lord.
What does Kennedy call? We've always called it Mickey D's, but my daughter Kennedy calls it
What?
McDonald's.
No, she does.
Sorry. Okay.
She has a lot of syllables going there for Mickey D's.
McDonald's.
But so we just love Diet Coke, and we thought it would be fun to do an episode on Diet Coke. So we went on to Amazon Prime when we were doing that Amazon Prime video, and we thought, hey, let's look up shirts in their clothing section and see if they have Diet Coke. That thing, Amazon Prime has everything. They had really cute Diet Coke t-shirts, but they were ridiculous. They were like over $30, and we thought, no, we're not going to spend that much money, even though we would wear it afterward. So what we did, we improvised, and we went to Target when we were doing our Target haul, and we got this nice little Coca-Cola shirt.
So if you like Coca-Cola, go to Target. Yeah. They have Coca-Cola shirts.
Right, and the shirts are really thin, but they're really comfortable. And it does say Coca-Cola on the back, on the inside of the shirt. But we just kind of put up diet here because we don't drink Coca-Cola.
We know the difference.
Yes, absolutely. And back in the day, I did drink Coca-Cola, Coke Classic. And then I think in one of the episodes I did say that I started drinking Diet Coke when I went to my parents' house after my second child was born. And it was after he was, a little older. And my father was drinking Diet Coke, and I thought, why are you drinking Diet Coke? You don't need to be on a diet. So then I tasted it. I started drinking it. I got hooked. But I have a couple of little quirky things about Diet Coke that I know you're going to be surprised, but I got little weird things going on about Diet Coke. So, do you want to talk before I get
you
okay.
Run this. This is your...
Okay, this is my
This is the D show.
Get on the D train. But anyway, first of all, when McDonald's went with the dollar drinks any size, I thought, glory be to the Lord. That was a big thing. So, a long time ago when my son was playing baseball, there was a lady at the ball field who was drinking a Diet Coke, and she said something about the straw, how wonderful the straw was, and I didn't pay attention to it. But now I understand, because the straw from McDonald's, the diameter is a little different than the one from Wendy's and different fast foods. Anyway, I do like the straw. So, my thing with Diet Coke is I love it with ice. And I don't like drinking it from a can, just from a can. I don't buy my own Diet Coke and keep it at home.
You won't drink it from the can?
I do if it's ice cold, but then it gets, I don't know, I don't love it. So when I buy Diet Coke around the holidays and I have it in the garage, if it's not in the refrigerator, I won't drink it, take it out, if it's room temperature, and putting it on ice. It just doesn't taste the same. What?
It's cold.
No, it's not in the fridge, though.
I know, but you put it over ice, so it gets cold.
It is not the same. It is not the same. Let me run this thing. This is my little weirdness. Okay. So when I've worked at different jobs, they've had soda machines that had cans of, canned soda, which is fine. And in a pinch, if I'm really super, super thirsty, or if I really crave the Diet Coke, I will get it. But I have to say, I'm very bad about wasting it. Now this drink right here, I'll probably drink a third of it at the most. The can, same difference. I like the beginning, the first few sips of it, same with this. Now, another job I worked at, they only had the Diet Coke in this bottle. But the refrigeration unit that they had made it so cold that when you opened it, and I won't, because once you open it, even though you close it tightly, you still don't get the carbonation, is not the same. But it was ice cold. again, I would waste it, and then I'd make sure I put the lid cap tight, and then I'd bring it home, put it in the fridge.
And then she'd waste it. And
Yeah, it's just if it's even a little bit flat, I just don't want it. And then Melissa got this one. This is not the 2 liter. This is the 1.25 liter. But this is another thing. If
all
you,
the same thing though, I think, with the liters.
Yeah, the other
Just
ones.
having 'em.
Yeah, and if you don't drink it, I mean, you put it back in the fridge, in maybe a day or so, it'll be okay. But if you open it and you hear that, psst, and it's not the same, it's like
It's not. And when I do use the liter and only drink just a little bit of it, and it tastes flat, I gotta throw it out.
I
It's
know.
not good.
So let me continue on because this is my thing. I was talking about the ice. The ice at certain restaurants or fast foods are a little different. Now, the best ice in a Diet Coke, in my opinion, is the ice from Sonic.
I will agree. The little rabbit.
Yes.
It's called rabbit.
Turds. I don't know.
I think
they
it's
look like
called
that.
rabbit pellets.
Okay.
Ice or something
Oh,
like
you
that.
know what?
Rabbit.
My friend had a rabbit and she put that. Yes. Okay. I can get that.
My friend had a rabbit.
My friend had a rabbit, and that friend of mine just moved to Las Vegas, and we were friends in New York. We were friends from kindergarten to 8th grade. So there we go, Patty.
What up?
So anyway, that I know that ice at Sonic, but Sonic, I'll tell you, they've got it made there. They put their sodas in a styrofoam cup, and then they have that great ice, and that stuff stays cold until New Year's, I swear. That stuff is so good because of the styrofoam cup. You know, it is so good during their happy hour when they have the drink special. Another place that has great ice is Raising Cane's. They have that great ice that comes out kind of like, not like snow, but you know what I mean?
I will say ice is definitely a game changer.
It is. It's key. It is key. When we went to the beach this summer, Dad's friend, I asked him if he wanted a Diet Coke, and he goes, "Do you have ice?" I'm like, "Hello, yeah, we have ice." But it's true. I'd rather not drink out of the bottle or the cans. I would much rather have the soda, and it has to be ice cold with the ice on it.
And there is going to be one thing I have to bring up, because I've talked to people before, and some people are okay with drinking Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. It's not the same at all. Like,
Okay. You know what?
here we go.
Okay,
we got a tangent. Here we go. She's going on a tangent.
No, this is another thing with the Diet Pepsi.
Hands are so cold.
I know. So a few years ago, this is when Mark went off to college, Michael was home, and we used to go to Costco food court to get the pizza and soda. So one day,
So good.
Michael and I go into Costco to have our pizza and soda, and what do I see? Moment of silence, please.
A Pepsi machine.
They got rid of all the Coke products and had Pepsi.
And I just need to say really quickly, Sweet Tomatoes did that too.
Yes, and we are banning sweet tomatoes. We're not going back because
We
soda
can't,
is
because
key.
it is, especially with a meal that you love and a place that you love to go. The first thing I ask when I'm deciding on a drink, do you have Coke or Pepsi products?
Yes. And they say, the first thing I'll say, do you have Diet Coke? And they'll say, yes. And then I'll say, is it Diet Coke or Pepsi? And they go, oh, it's Pepsi. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
don't even
it's
try to
not the
pull a
same.
quickie on
No.
it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Costco had changed over from Coke products to Pepsi. So I asked the lady at the check, at the cashier, and I said, what's with this? You have Coke. You had Coke. She goes, I know, but whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took a picture, click, 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 of all the Pepsi stuff and sent it to Mark at school, at college. And I said, look at this. And he's like, OMG. I just couldn't get over it. So my friend, when we go out to eat, if it's Diet Pepsi, because she's a Diet Coke fiend, she'll put a lemon in it and think that's her way of saying it's the same.
It's not.
And I know there are Pepsi lovers out there who swear by their Pepsi and think Diet Coke is not the, you know what? Oh man, there's that cat again. What is her deal?
She hasn't gotten in the way yet, but I was gonna say with the Pepsi, or even when you go through the McDonald's drive-thru, because I remember as a kid, we would go through the drive-thru and she would get a Diet Coke, and then she'd pull forward a little bit and take a sip of her drink, and she would know immediately if it was this is root beer. This is like
or it's Dr. Pepper or something, because they didn't have Pepsi products. They just had the Coke products.
So I would say probably 8 times out of 10, what would she do? She'd go back around or go.
I did do that.
Go back around and say, "This isn't Diet Coke."
Well, at least I wasn't rude like some people, and they just throw it. I've seen that, you know, where I've seen soda on the ground when I
No,
pulled
but
up.
I totally. I mean, if you didn't get the right drink, go back around and get the right drink. Throwing it at people,
That's rude.
jeez,
That's so rude.
rude.
I would never do that. But it's true though. I mean, so my husband would say, "Why don't you stop and check and see?" So now I'll say,
does.
Well, now I say, because they'll say it to me, Diet Coke, and I'll say, "Is that a Diet Coke?" And they're like, "Yes, it is." I said, "Good boy." So I don't bother to wait and, you know, put the straw in. But I've just got this weird isms with this cat's over here. Hi, Minnie. We'll put Minnie on. Hi, Minnie. Here's Minnie. Do you like Diet Coke? Like Diet Coke?
And the girls like Diet Coke too.
And that's bad.
It is. It's very bad.
They don't drink it
No.
like crazy like us.
No.
And I'm not one who has to have so many a day. I just like to drive through and get it and drink my third of the soda.
I will
that's it.
say that whenever I do get a drink like this, I'm the same way. I only drink probably like you said, a third of it.
Yeah.
And then once she can put it in the fridge and then maybe drink it later. Once it starts diluting and like the ice starts melting, I can't.
But mine doesn't melt. I mean, it tastes okay. But like overnight, my husband will see it out and I'm thinking, throw it away. I don't want it, you know? So that's my thing with Diet Coke. And I know when I went on the Ideal Protein, I couldn't have soda for 6 months and I gave it up. And periodically during the years, I've given it up. And of course, I get the little headache. But I don't drink coffee, so this is kind of my little caffeine fix. So I'm sorry. And I know this is crazy. You're probably thinking, girls, you know, what's your big deal with Diet Coke? But we like it.
We just wanted to do
And we
something.
know a lot of you like Diet Coke. We know. Because we've watched a few, like I watched Emily Noel, where she and her husband and the kids went through the drive-thru at McDonald's and ordered stuff on the dollar menu and got their Diet Coke. And I think 11th Gorgeous have their drinks out and stuff like that when they're videoing. But
It's a good drink.
it is, and it's the best with Italian food, especially pizza.
Oh, it's so good with pizza.
So good.
So good.
And I trained my kids when they were younger because when we would go out to any restaurants, we never got sodas. But if it came with the meal, I was okay with that. But my kids are trained to like free refills. Do we get free refills? Because, you know, when you go to some restaurants,
They charge you for a refill.
They do. And when you go to some restaurants, you're paying sometimes almost $3 for a Diet Coke. Seriously? M&D? Seriously? So, anyway.
That's our fun episode. This is Seriously Us. We like Diet Coke. And don't forget,
It's seriously okay to be you.
I'm gonna go have some Diet Coke.
I'm going to have it right now.